let's talk about a performance that didn't just get people talking, it actually created a whole new kind of heroine. We're diving into Zhao Liying's incredible portrayal of a woman who is all about grit and authenticity. So let's get into what makes this character so special.
I want you to think for a second about the heroines you usually see on screen. Got one in your head? Okay. Now, have you ever seen one quite like this one? Because the character we're about to meet, well, she doesn't just bend the rules, she completely shatters them.
So, the story kicks off with a setup you've probably seen 100 times. You've got this brilliant, highly educated professional, she's just returned from abroad, and you think she's ready to take the corporate world by storm. We're all picturing a fancy job in some shiny skyscraper, right?
But nope, that's where the script gets completely flipped. Instead of climbing that corporate ladder, she just turns her back on the whole comfortable city life thing. She walks away from it all.
And where does she go? To a barren, windswept coast where her biggest challenge is mud. Yeah, mud. It's a choice that just immediately hooks you. I mean, who trades a corner office for a literal mud pit? It makes you wonder what's going on here.
And this is where we get to meet Li Ping. Her story isn't about glamour or high fashion. No, it's a story of pure, unfiltered grit.
So she walks onto the job site, and right away she's hit with skepticism. Just imagine this. Someone literally slams the table and asks her, "What does a girl like you know about construction?" I mean, that's the wall of doubt she had to smash through from day one. And her response? Oh, it's legendary. She doesn't argue, she doesn't try to explain herself, she just lets her work do the talking. She unrolls these incredibly detailed blueprints and just slams them down on the table. Boom. The whole room just goes silent. But this next scene, this is what really defines her. There's this sudden freezing rainstorm, and it threatens to ruin a whole shipment of cement. Without even thinking, she's the first one out there, barefoot in the freezing mud, wrestling with this heavy tarp. In that moment, she's not some fancy professional anymore. She's just a person totally locked in on the mission.
Now, a character this authentic doesn't just happen. It takes an absolutely incredible commitment from the actor. So let's talk about the ruthless dedication of Zhao Liying, the actress who really became Li Ping.
Her transformation was just total. She chopped off 7 years' worth of long hair. She went on screen with zero makeup, under these harsh, unflattering lights. But it went way beyond the physical stuff. She put in the work to master the notoriously difficult Zhao dialect. And she insisted on using her own voice, not some dub, to give the performance that final layer of raw, real authenticity.
And her acting skill just shines in the quietest moments. The character's breaking point isn't some huge dramatic shouting match. It's this silent sob. Her shoulders are trembling as she fights with everything she has to hold it all in. You know, that feeling of, I just have to keep it together? It's so much more powerful and real than your typical on-screen meltdown.
And that authenticity, it really hit home with viewers. This one comment says it all. Watching her cry, I thought of my mom. That same spirit of gritting your teeth and pushing through. You see, the performance tapped into something universal. That quiet strength we see in the people, especially the women, in our own lives.
This character connected with people so deeply that audiences actually gave her a name. And that brings us to a brand new term, a new archetype, the red date heroine.
So what on earth is a red date heroine? Well, the metaphor is just perfect. Think about a dried red date. It might look a little plain on the outside, maybe a bit wrinkled, but when you bite into it, it's sweet, it's substantial, it's full of good stuff. That's Li Ping. Her value isn't on the surface, it's all about her inner strength and substance.
And this slide just breaks down the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got the red date heroine. She's in practical work clothes, she's obsessed with getting the job done. On the right, the typical heroine, exquisite outfits, obsessed with a love interest. It's not just a wardrobe change, you guys, it's a fundamental shift in what drives the character. Her value isn't tied to finding romance, it's tied to her own competence.
So the big question is, why did this character become such a huge phenomenon? I think the answer is actually pretty simple. We're all just craving something real.
And the proof? It's right here in the numbers. That one scene, the one where she's in the mud saving the cement, was re-edited and shared over 100,000 times. That's not just a popular clip, that's a full-on cultural moment.
This slide, I think, gets right to the heart of it. We're tired.
We're tired of seeing supposedly strong female characters who somehow manage to face every single crisis with perfect hair and makeup. There's a real fatigue with that kind of flawless fantasy.
What we really want to see is what this character gives us, a win that's earned through sheer competence and willpower. She succeeds not because she's beautiful or has the right connections, but because she is smarter and she works harder. She's a reflection of the real-life heroes we admire, the ones who just, get the job done.
And in the end, the big takeaway is simple, but it's so powerful. You don't have to be the loudest person or the flashiest person in the room to make a real difference. This character is a reminder that sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can be is just real. Because as it turns out, being down to earth really can